really use this tool?
So the classic managed by objective or MBO, it's not a new idea. It's all over business books. Let's talk about the trade-off. It isn't I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do anything. The two classic models out there for a business today are I'm going to put time into it, I'm going to invest time, it's going to take time, or I'm not going to put any time in up front and I'm going to have to deal with things later. You've got one choice or the other. So for example, the company that chooses to have a rather easygoing comp plan, the one that says if we do well, we'll pay a bonus and maybe we'll pay it in the spring of the next year, that's not particularly complicated. It's not particularly time consuming. What's the trade-off there? Well, when employees get disenchanted and leave, you tend as the employer to find out after they left. I have yet to ever meet a CEO who gets up in the morning and says, I can't wait to have surprises. I love surprises. Most CEOs I meet say, I hate surprises. I know they're going to happen all day, but I'd like to avoid them as much as possible. I fit the same category, running my own business. I'd like to avoid as many surprises as possible. So my notion here is, as a self-described disruptor of the traditional approach, let's look at this from a different perspective. If you put time in up front, you are less likely to pay the price of a surprise later. And if you put time in up front and put a process in place, in this case, a version of managed by objective, you are having each member of your organization, starting from the leadership and cascading down, have specific individual goals and objectives which collectively benefit the organization. And in measuring them, in today's business world of fast pace, why would you ever measure it on an annual basis? Things change too quickly. At a minimum, you want to measure that every 6 months and ideally every 3 months.